All right, let's get on with another one here. The next one up is by Hopbacknate or Troy City Brewing. It's Check Your Head Old Ale. Um, that one there is aged on oak chips and Jim Beam. He sends a nice little story of how he came up with the name and stuff like that on a sheet. Gives all the OGFG, final gravity, IBUs, SRM, all that on the beer. Really enjoyed reading that. He gives, what he threw in the recipe, different things like that. Good info sheet full of good information on there. I really appreciate that. Let's give it a crack and see what we got. This beer's been sitting out for a little bit, just so I didn't have to wait. Ooh, and it's coming up already. I think that was just maybe because the cap stuck a little bit there, but alrighty. A lot lighter than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be quite a bit darker, but I guess it is only 21.8 SRMs. Try and get a little bit ahead there. Oop, not much. There it goes. About a finger head. Pretty big bubbles on there. Well, I guess not too bad. It's a little cloudy, probably from aging on the oak chip, stuff like that. Looks good though. Can definitely smell the fuggles and mosaic in there. Not getting much more smell than that. Head definitely dissipated really quick off of that beer. Okay, you definitely smell, taste the Jim Beam, but it's not overpowering. A lot of people, when they do oak age and bourbon and stuff like that, it's like, wow, overpowering. This is really, I was expecting a lot more out of it for 3.5 ounces. I like that. I was really expecting a lot more. Yeah, you get a hint of the oak, a hint of the Jim Beam. It's a lot lighter tasting than I was expecting. I mean, this thing is, I really like it. I would like to sit on these for a little bit and see what happens to it. Really a good beer. I not expecting that. I'm not gonna lie. It was one of them beers where I was like, oak chips and Jim Beam. Not two of my more favorite things to have in a beer, and this is really good. I really, really am enjoying it. Perfect amount of carbonation for it. You just get that, like I said, that light hint of the Jim Beam, the oak, a little bit of the fruitiness from the mosaic. It's just I really enjoy this beer. It's a really good beer. It's one where I think if you want to get somebody into, that they're just starting into craft beer and you want to get them into the oak age and stuff like that, I think this would be a good beer to start them out on because it's not going to shock their palate or anything. I'm definitely thinking this one's probably going to be, I'd like to give this one an 8. Give it an 8. It's definitely, a good beer. Head retention, that's definitely something on there. I really like it. I wish I knew how much rye malt you put in there. I'll have to look back. I'm sure you have a video. You're good about putting all that stuff on your videos. It's really a really good beer. I'm gonna definitely play around with something similar to that. I'm gonna have to look up on there and see with the rye malt and stuff like that. Kind of starting to look into rye malts a little bit. So definitely a good beer. I really, really enjoy it. Definitely worth an 8 to me. That head retention, that's the major thing on this one. But otherwise, great beer. Cheers. Thanks for a good one.